Hello, everybody. I'm Victor Wooten, and I'm here in St. Louis at the Old Rock House. And I want to thank you for watching LOADin.
Jump into the interview.
Yes.
I want to start with how it's impressive to me, and I'm sure there's impressive to a lot of people. You have, if I'm not mistaken, 5 Grammys?
Yes.
How does that feel?
Great. Feels great. You know, to do something that you love to do and to know that your peers appreciate you for doing it and celebrate you for doing it. That's amazing. Because I'd be doing this anyway.
Right.
But to know that, you know, the people that also do it like what I do, that makes it all worthwhile.
You're the youngest of
5.
Of 5.
5 boys.
All musicians.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I've even heard you talk about how you think that their stories may even be a little bit more interesting.
Not may. It totally is, because I was born into it. Right. When I was born, they were already playing. So my oldest brother, Reggie, when he was teaching me, I was around 2. So that meant he was only 10. He's 8 years older than me. Okay. So he's teaching me to play bass at 2. He's teaching my brother Joseph, who was 5. He's teaching Joseph how to play keyboards. So Reggie's 10. Roy is 9, the drummer. Rudy's saxophone player, 6. No. 10, 9. Rudy was only 8. So 10, 9, and 8. The 3 of them started at the same time. Joseph's 5, I'm 2. In 3 short years, maybe 3.5 or so, between 5 and 6, for me, 5 and 6, we're on tour. Right? We're opening for Curtis Mayfield Superfly tour on the West Coast. We were living in California at the time. Epic. So I tell people that, and they go, "You were 5 on tour, you were 6. It's like, well, yeah, but my brother, right, my 10-year-old brother taught me and Joseph well enough to be on tour, on a major tour in a few short years. Who taught them? That's the better story.
Yeah, that would be a great
I mean, you know who taught me. You know how I got it. You know, the same way you learned to speak English, your family was doing it. I learned to speak music because my family was doing it. But who taught my older brothers? Because my parents didn't play, right? But they learned to play instruments well enough, and some kind of way Reggie knew how to teach his little brothers.
Which is fascinating, considering it's children.
Right.
Who have
Children
no
teaching children.
Span, and yeah,
so children teaching
impressive.
children, man, and fast.
So one thing I thought was interesting doing some of my research is that you said, I think once, that you kind of learned the technique to play bass like the drums. Am I correct?
Well, yeah.
So taking the format of drums and bringing it to the bass guitar.
You know, a lot of kids, especially young boys, we gravitate towards drums because you get to beat on something. Right. And it's kind of easy to get a sound out of it right away. Mm-hmm. So I was one of those young boys, but we already had a drummer in the band. But I was still attracted to it. So I used to learn drum rudiments and drum solos on the bass. You know, and so I still do that today. I'm very rhythmic when I play. But growing up with one of the world's best guitarists, drummers, keyboardists, and saxophone players, I was learning everything they did.
Right.
So I learned, you know, how to use 2 hands like a pianist on the bass. I learned a lot of chords and how to use my thumb like a guitar pick, the same way my brother does on the guitar.
Right.
And of course, the drums. But if you think about saxophone is vertical. Right. But if you lay it horizontal, it looks just like a guitar. Yeah. So I could even learn from my brother Rudy. So I was always learning and borrowing things from them, you know.
Which is good. It
Of course. Yeah. Well, it just allowed me to express myself more fully than just as a bass player.
Right. What is a type of music that doesn't reflect what you play that would surprise people you're a fan of? You know, so what would be something that's in your playlist that might surprise your fans?
Yeah, well, I don't know if this will be so surprising because of Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, but I'm a huge country and bluegrass fan. You know, I love that music. I love smooth jazz. Right. I'm a fan of, like, you know, Kenny G. Mm-hmm. I know Kenny from our early 80s Arista Records days, but I gravitate, this isn't surprising, you know, I gravitate back towards the R&B, and soul music, Sly Stone, Earth, Wind and Fire, James Brown, Larry Graham. Motown, the stuff I grew up on. I gravitate towards that, but I want to be broader than that also. So overall, I just like music as a whole.
I agree. Yeah, I mean I like to ask that question just because you just never know something.
You never know, yeah. But
you
here's the cool thing.
And,
you ask anybody what's on their iPod, they'll tell you everything.
You would hope.
Right?
Right.
I've never met anyone who hasn't told me that, right? But the labels, the radio stations a lot of times want us to pinpoint who we are. Yeah. But nobody's only listening to one thing. I did the label for a long time. I had good experiences. I had some bad experiences. Overall, more good than bad. Right. But I just wanted to be in control of my music.
And it makes sense. And I think that's actually a very prominent thing now with a lot of artists.
Sure.
Because it's so, like you said, it's so easy.
Right.
To almost do everything yourself.
Right.
A 16-year-old kid could do
exactly. You can literally make a good sounding record on your laptop, or even your smartphone. You can make a good sounding record these days, and people are doing it.
Yep. Do you have any interesting, exciting, or epic road stories?
Yeah. There's always fun stuff that's happening on the road. I'll say the one that I gravitate to and tell the most happened it was either Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, Thailand, or something like that.
Okay.
And the Flecktones were sent to 7 Asian countries. Our government sent us as musical ambassadors. Okay. So we got to go and play music in 7 different Asian countries. So Mongolia, Indonesia, Thailand, Korea, South Korea, of course, Singapore, all these cool places, right? And so we go to this one place, and they say, you're going to be playing for this tribe. I can't remember if there was 2,000 or 1,000 people, 2,000 people in the tribe, I think. And they're saying it's going to be outdoors. We hope maybe 500 will show up. They told us they've never had a live concert in their tribe before. So we don't know what's going to happen. This is what Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Bela was very smart. Every city we went to, Bela sent a message ahead. Send us a recording of your local music. We want to learn and hear some of your local music. So every city we went to, we learned a song of theirs. So we're in here, first of all 2,000 of these tribes showed up. And, and the women have their face half covered, and they're in robes and stuff. We don't speak the same language. So we're playing our Flecktones music. It's weird. My brother Roy's got this weird drumatar contraption. He's got these long dreads, and banjo, and
definitely foreigners.
Foreigners, absolutely. We are not from there, right? So we're playing, and they're polite, they're listening, but then we go into their song. Ooh, 2,000 people hop up, dancing around, singing the lyrics, and all of a sudden, it was like, I got it. I got music. All of a sudden, there wasn't an audience in a band. There wasn't Americans and, Thailanders or whatever, or Indonesia, wherever we were. It was just music. It was unity. We existed together. And I got to experience the power of not only music, but the human spirit. Right. How music can bring the human spirit together as oneness. It was powerful. You know what? Here's something I'll just throw in. I don't know if you're going to ask about it, but I'm in my 19th year of running music camps in Tennessee, just a little bit west of Nashville. We have a 150-acre retreat center called Wooten Woods with cabins and classrooms and bathhouses and showers and a kitchen with an award-winning chef. And we run these camps that anyone can come to. You just go to the website, which is VIX Camps, VIXCAMPS, VIXCamps.com, and register. And this year, we're doing a camp every month, a different camp every month from April through October. Any instrument, different ages, any level, and it's a blast. We're out in the woods, right?
So you're doing 2 things that you absolutely love to do.
Exactly. And I'm there 24/7. If we have a camp, I'm living there with you.
That's awesome.
And we hang out, and I have some of the world's best instructors, including these musicians, come in.
Yeah, I thought I heard that.
Sure, Bob's there a lot. Dennis comes in.
Right.
I'm lucky enough to have a bunch of great friends. I've got some of Chick Corea's band coming in next month for a camp.
You said Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it's just west of Nashville. People
Oh,
fly
okay.
into Nashville. We come and pick you up. We bring you to our spot, and we don't let you leave.
Yeah, good.
Nah.
I don't know why you would want to in that case.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, actually. It's a lot of fun and very, very educational. Because I didn't learn music the traditional way,
Right.
I don't think of it in a normal way. So I'm able to share over 3 days to a week or more. I'm able to share my ideas. My brothers come in and share our ideas of music and life and nature, and people get a lot out of it. So yeah, have people show up and people go to the website. You can register for it now.
And it's all ages. I mean, any age.
Yeah, exactly. Most of our camps are ages 15 and up.
Okay.
But we do a few camps that go below 15.
Gotcha.
Because we separate the camps age-wise because we only have you for a few days.
Right.
We want to pack it in. So we
Right.
start early, we go late. And I want to make sure that a person can sit there without fidgeting too much or getting bored.
Right.
So, when we do our kids camp, we shorten the classes. We make them more energetic.
Right.
We have some more fun, things like that. But we make sure that we do have something for all the ages.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So check it out.
So is there any other social media plugs, website, anything like that you want to tell people about?
I'm in all those places. I'm on Facebook. I have my whatever personal site and a band site. There's Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
It's all my name, Victor Wooten.
Okay.
And if you send me a message, I'm the one that gets it. I see it. I answer it.
You heard it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, if it makes sense,
Oh, of course.
But I try to get to everyone because I don't have a career without you all.
Of course.
So I want to make sure that I'm there for you to say hello, and I want to be reachable for people. So,
Which
yeah.
probably is what, again, helps you stand out from a lot of the other musicians out there because you are personal.
Yeah, I try
do
to be.
appreciate
I
your
do.
fans.
I do. People pay their hard-earned money
Right.
to help support me, and I want
Right.
to say thank you for that.
And we absolutely appreciate you always coming to Old Rock House. When you come through St. Louis, we
Thank you,
love
man.
here.
Thank you.
So I absolutely appreciate it.
Me
Thank
too.
you very much.
Thank you.
Gonna buy me a pickle. Eat it all by myself and get me a jar of mayonnaise. But leave it up on the shelf. I'm gonna catch me a bullfrog. Kiss him right on the mouth and take a trip to the North Pole. But I'll get there walking south, cause it's my life. I can live it anyway. I got mine, you got yours. Don't you hear what I say? Cause it's my life. I can do anything I want to. I can do this, I can do that. Everybody sing it with me one time. It's my life. That's right. Gonna make me a record. Did it all